You're watching the news on Magic Bricks now. I'm Amita Balachandra. Let's take a look at the top headlines.
Ultimately, all this black money is either going into gold and real estate and all that. So ultimately, what is the real gain in this is something we have to question. And it's going to regenerate black money.
Mega Magic Bricks now expose black in demand stirs up a hornet's nest. Political parties cutting across party lines question rampant black money transactions in real estate sector.
जो लोग गैर कानूनी तरीके से पकड़े जाएंगे इस काले धन को बदलने के प्रयास में, उन लोगों के ऊपर 60% टैक्स और उसके साथ-साथ पेनल्टी के प्रावधान लगेंगे.
And amid demonetization debate, sloganeering and shouting in Lok Sabha, amendment to the IT Act was passed without discussion. Black money hoarders to pay heavy penalty. And our relentless coverage of Bengaluru's dying lakes forces the government to take note. Mayor Padmavati kickstarts a drive to clean up toxic lakes.
Magic Bricks Now's investigation on black money in real estate has sent shockwaves across the country. Political parties and parliamentarians react to the mega expose.
Ultimately, all this black money is either going into gold and real estate and all that. So ultimately, what is the real gain in this is something we have to question. And it's going to regenerate black money.
Has the government's war on black money failed? A Magic Bricks Now exclusive investigation.
On to a mega expose, black money in demand. A day after Magic Bricks Now's investigation uncovered rampant black money transactions in real estate, political parties cutting across party lines react, ask the government, ask the centre for a thorough probe.
Both the Enforcement Directorate and Income Tax, they're also in the know of these things. And we have informed all those we have informed about all those centers where such things are happening. This will be, I think this has to be accounted somewhere. There, they will be caught.
If somebody is doing it, I don't think it's a very good idea, because the whole purpose is that at this point in time we need to encourage the mission of the Prime Minister, and we need to come together as a country to eradicate the menace of black money and corruption. If you see the grade A developers, I don't think anybody accepts cash, and all our deals are above board. So I don't see the need for cash to be present.
There is much more added to your property value than what we are actually selling. So black money has a role. But what do we do with the black money? We have to convert white into black unnecessarily. We don't want to do that. Cash business has to stop. It's a good move. We welcome it, and no way people who have done certain mistake by taking cash even now, if at all outside the fraternity any developer has taken it, they are going to be in trouble, because every money they receive is going to be trackable.
Magic Bricks Now's investigation on black money in real estate has sent shockwaves across the country. Political parties and parliamentarians react to the mega expose.
There is no demonetization as such that has happened. It's only exchange of notes, exchange of currency notes. Only thing he has done, he has favored some black money holders.
Has the government's war on black money failed? A Magic Bricks Now exclusive investigation.
The Modi government, meanwhile, has come with yet another opportunity for people with black money to come clean. On Tuesday, the Taxation Laws Bill 2016 got passed in Lok Sabha amidst huge uproar. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley said that the government moved amendments after it saw that a few people were still trying to convert black money into white post-demonetization. In the amended bill, the government has proposed a 30% tax, a penalty of 10% and 33% surcharge on undisclosed income. Also, a new scheme called Taxation and Investment Regime for Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana 2016 has been proposed in the bill. Opposition, however, objected the bill and resorted to sloganeering and shouting, which led to adjournment of the lower house.
इस संशोधन का आधार ये है कि जो लोग गैर कानूनी तरीके से पकड़े जाएंगे इस काले धन को बदलने के प्रयास में, उन लोगों के ऊपर 60% टैक्स और उसके साथ साथ पेनल्टी के प्रावधान लगेंगे। कुल मिलाकर 85% उनके ऊपर टैक्स और हर्जाना लागू होगा। लेकिन कोई भी व्यक्ति अगर उस काले धन को बैंक में जमा कराता है और उसको डिस्क्लोज करता है तो 50% उसके ऊपर टैक्स लगेगा।
ये जो कल केंद्र की सरकार की ओर से काले धन पर अंकुश लगाने के लिए या काले धन को सफेद करने के लिए जो इनकम टैक्स में संशोधन करके जो कि इतना आप लोग टैक्स पे करेंगे तो आपका काला धन सफेद हो जाएगा, तो इस संबंध में कल ये बिल उन्होंने पेश किया लोकसभा में। तो इस संबंध में हमारी पार्टी का यही कहना है कि यदि इनको ये सब करना ही था तो फिर ये नोटबंदी का फैसला क्यों लिया? फिर पूरे देश के 90% जनता को एटीएम और बैंकों के बाहर लाइन में क्यों खड़ा किया? जब यही सब कुछ करना था, इनको टैक्स लगाना था, काले धन को सफेद करना था, तो ये सब नाटकबाजी करने की केंद्र की सरकार को जरूरत क्या थी?
जो आम व्यापारी हैं, आप उद्योगपति, व्यापारी, छोटे छोटे जो दुकानदार काम कर रहे हैं, सबको बड़ी परेशानी होने वाली है। वो कहते हैं कि 25% पैसा रोक के गरीबों के कल्याण में देंगे, उनकी योजनाओं पे। ये सब पैसा, मैं तो योजना मंत्री रहा हूं देश का, कि ये सब पैसा फिर उन स्कीम पे जाएगा। उन स्कीम को जब तक लागू करने का तरीका नहीं ठीक किया जाता, वो पैसा फिर वैसे ही गड़प हो जाएगा, आम जनता तक कुछ नहीं पहुंचेगा। तो ये सिर्फ जो है लोगों की जेब से, आम जनता की जेब से पैसा निकाल के और फिर उन्हीं ठेकेदारों उन सबके बीच में गड़प हो जाएगा। न कालाधन की समस्या हल होगी न भ्रष्टाचार की। इस सबसे कुछ नहीं होला, बेवजह लोग तंग हो रहे हैं।
Meanwhile, it's been yet another day full of ruckus in the parliament with repeated adjournments of Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha despite the government's assurance of PM Modi's presence in the house. If needed, the opposition protested, causing disruption in the proceedings. The Lok Sabha, meanwhile, was no different. The opposition has been stalling the proceedings of both the houses over demonetization for over 2 weeks now.
प्रधानमंत्री जी को इधर बुलाए ताकि इधर जो बात चर्चा में जिन लोगों ने अपने के बात रखे।
See, you want discussion and you are not discussing. What can I do?
सरकार इतने अड़ियल रवैये पर इतना सच्चाई वाला रवैया क्यों अपना रही है?
कुमारी मायावती जी,
माननीय सभापति जी, हम ये चाहते हैं कि सरकार की ओर से, क्योंकि जो नोटबंदी पर जो चर्चा हो रही थी वो अभी पूरे जिस चर्चा पर बहस हो रही थी, तो जो चर्चा हो रही थी अभी तक वो पूरी नहीं हुई है।
और तो चर्चा शुरू करो, चर्चा शुरू करो,
प्रधानमंत्री जी को
चर्चा शुरू करो,
आना चाहिए,
शुरू करो,
प्रधानमंत्री जी को इधर आना चाहिए।
नहीं
और जो सदस्य रह गए जिन्होंने सुने और सरकार को
चर्चा, कुमारी जी चर्चा शुरू करो, अभी करो।
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री ने खुद लिया है। हम ये चाहते हैं कि प्रधानमंत्री जी को बुलाया जाए।
अब बैठिए। What is your point of order? What is your point of order? You want? Yeah. No, please, Mr. Minister, I will call him. I will allow you. Mr. Minister.
Rule 2 of the
please, now listen, please let me understand. Sit down and listen to the Mandris.
Minister means a member of council of ministers, a minister of state, a deputy minister, or a parliamentary secretary. Maharaj is right. The debate is not yet completed. Let us continue the debate. The Prime Minister also will
intervene. That is what I am saying. I agree with you.
Prime Minister also will intervene, sir. The Prime Minister will intervene. Finance Minister will respond. The rule clearly says, Rule 18 of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business in the Council. Government's reply on the concluding debate. The rule prescribes that the Prime Minister or any minister, whether has previously taken part in the discussion or not, shall on behalf of the government have
I allow Rajesh Agarwal point of order.
Of the government.
What is it? Your own people are creating.
The rule is very clear.
What are you doing?
Why they are running away from debate? Why they are afraid of a debate? They can't parliament को ऐसा
See, you want discussion and you are not ready for discussion.
Let them Minister will come to the... I tell you! Has anyone required? They don't want the truth to come out. They are worried. They are banned on the fraud yesterday. There are across also became a fraud. Across and banned on the fraud. They are divided. They are divided, sir. They are divided. They are agreeing now that call for Bandi the mistake. The CPM top leader has said, call for Bandi the mistake.
प्रधानमंत्री जिन्होंने आरबीआई के गवर्नर का रोल अपने ऊपर लेते हुए भारत को संदेश में दिया कि 8 नवंबर के 12 बजे के बाद 500 और 1000 रुपए के नोट नहीं चलेंगे। इसलिए उसके बाद जो परिस्थितियां बनी हैं, 500 रुपए के नोट चल भी रहे हैं, 1000 रुपए के नोट भी चल रहे हैं और केंद्र सरकार उनको स्वीकार भी कर रही है। और भी कई प्रश्न उपस्थित होते हैं। उन प्रश्नों का उत्तर देने के लिए प्रधानमंत्री जी को दोनों सदनों में स्वयं आना पड़ेगा। वित्त मंत्री जी इसमें निष्प्रभावी हैं।
Yet again, the opposition parties have demanded that Prime Minister should be present, Prime Minister should apologize. A discussion under Rule 56, this despite the fact that yesterday the government had said that the Speaker should be having the prerogative to decide what really the discussion should be under which rule.
Absolutely. I think now the opposition is devoid of any issues. They tried their so-called Akrosh yesterday, which failed to make any mark. And it amounted to expressing Akrosh against the popular sentiment of 125 crore people of this country, which also is not gone unpardoned. And therefore now they are on the back foot and trying to find an exit route which they are unable to find. And asking for the Prime Minister's presence all along is quite illogical, unreasonable. It is not in keeping with the tradition of the Parliament right from the day the first Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, took over. Even the concerned minister, for example, in this case, the Finance Minister is not expected to sit every moment of the 4 days or 5 days when the debate goes on. He is entitled to assign one of his juniors. So I think these arguments do not carry any conviction with the common people of this country. The more they try to indulge in this kind of disruption, the more they are going to face a loss of credibility.
Today also the opposition has decided that they are not going to let the House function till the time the Prime Minister doesn't come. Do you see the 10th day of the winter session also being a complete washout?
But I think time and again senior ministers have reiterated on the floor of the House that when the debate gets going, the Honourable Prime Minister will make an intervention as it is appropriate. That's about all. Now they are debating about how to debate because they do not wish to debate.
Earlier on Tuesday, the BJP Parliamentary Board went into a huddle to discuss their strategy in the House. The major outcome of the meeting was PM Modi asking BJP MPs and MLAs to submit details of their bank account transactions between November 8th and December 31st to party President Amit Shah. This comes at a time when the opposition is alleging that BJP leaders had bought property to convert their black money to white before demonetization was announced. Also in the news, the Reserve Bank of India on Monday eased withdrawal limits for those who are depositing valid currency in their bank accounts. This is expected to make it easier for traders to deposit their daily earnings. Now, the new norms will enable people to withdraw over and above 24,000 rupees weekly. The caveat being this money should have been deposited on or after November 29th, and these deposits should have been made in legal tender, not defunct notes. This money on withdrawal will preferably be issued in new 2,000 rupee or 500 rupee notes. Now, keeping with the demonetization move, civilians might be inconvenienced, but demonetization has found strong support from ex-Armymen. Magic Bricks now caught up with some retired defense personnel. Listen in.
As far as pension is concerned, there has not been a problem at all. It comes directly to the bank, and we do net banking, and we have Paytms to do for our daily purchases. There has not been a problem at all.
We didn't get much affected on that case, but we hardly had some cash in the home, so which meant we could have just used up to anywhere, which Mother Day was picking up, so we didn't have any problem on that side.
I introduced myself that I am a retired colonel, I am a senior citizen, I have got physical problem. They very respectfully allowed me inside the bank. I went in, the staff was very cordial, very helpful, very cooperative. Within 10 minutes, I drew my money and I came back home.
I must salute the bank official, how they have gone through difficult period over these 10, 13 days and all that and 20 days, and how happily, smilingly they have worked for the people.
Now, in a move that should ease financial concerns of the rural population, the Maharashtra government is considering an act that will require an individual's Aadhaar card as the only proof of identification to avail the state government schemes for financial benefit. Now, the state government has also decided to update the condition of Maharashtra's roads and bridges via HAM or the hybrid annuity model. Now, in this model, the government commits up to 40% of the project cost over a period and hands the project to a developer to start road work, clearing the way for stranded road projects and reviving investments. Also in the news, terrorists in police uniform on Tuesday attacked an army artillery unit in Nagrota, killing 3 army personnel, including an officer, and leaving several others injured. There are also unconfirmed reports that 4 militants were killed in the ensuing gunfight.
It was at about 5:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time today morning when the terrorists made their presence felt here in the Nagrota area. The first gunshot was heard around about 5:45 when they lobbed the grenade at the main gate of the army camp, and that was the time when one of the sentry on the duty was injured. And later on they opened indiscriminate fire. They entered inside the camp, and 2 more persons were injured. And since then the firing is going on. Right now also we can hear the gunshots being fired from inside. The intermittent firing is still on. These terrorists, who are believed to be 2 to 3 in number, because one can't say clearly how many terrorists are there, but from the volume of the gunfire, what one can hear from inside, the assessment is that the terrorist number can be 2 to 3. And right now they are holed up inside. The area is being properly cordoned. For the security and the strategic reasons, we are not divulging the detail, what sorts of measures are being taken, who are the people involved in this operation. But all I can say that all the entry and the exit points have been properly plugged. They are trying to avoid any kind of collateral damage. So that is one of the reasons that the security force personnel are taking all sorts of precautionary measures. They are slowly, army columns are inching towards that area where the terrorists are holed up. We have heard short while back even the UBGL was fired where the terrorists are holed up, so that they can eliminate the terrorists at the earliest. Meanwhile, taking all sorts of precautions, even the district administration has closed the school in that area. The people who had been living in the vicinity of this army camp, they have been also moved towards the safer places. Firefight is still going on. What can be the reason you see that for this terror attack here in Jammu region?
See, I don't think this is an appropriate time to comment about the entire thing while the operation is going on. And let the security agencies brief the media formally about the attack, and then only it will be appropriate to comment. I don't think at this point of time there's any reason to comment. But you think that the Pakistan, after the surgical strike, is quite rattled? You think that somewhere they are trying to sabotage peace and harmony here in the Jammu region? That's why they've carried out attack. One is going on in Ramgarh sector and another here in this Nagrota area. Terror has to be fought. Terror has no place in any society. And we all together should fight terror. Terror is a menace. The world is fighting it. We all should be united to fight terror.
The recent engagement and the gunfights between militants and our military units along the LOC can be attributed to the following. One is Pakistan's desire to show to their public that they are still having the last word on the exchanges on the LOC, even though at the official DGMO level, they have been pleading with India to tone down the level of firing along the LOC. The second and equally important is the factor that Pakistan is desperate not to let the momentum of the post-Burhanwani uprising in Kashmir die down. And thirdly, the change of baton between the outgoing Army Chief General Raheel Sharif and the new incumbent General Bajwa would see a certain amount of activity by Pakistan militarily to show nothing has changed. And for those people who feel that the coming of General Bajwa would have a different impact on India-Pakistan relations, the only impact primarily it would have is the toning down of pressure on Nawaz Sharif in the internal politics of Pakistan, since General Bajwa would take several months, if not a year, to acquire a similar stature as Raheel Sharif, which was a complete challenge to the authority of Nawaz Sharif.
Now, 3 terrorists have been killed in an encounter near Samba. These terrorists were given cover by Pak forces. 3 BSF officers have been injured in the firing. Total 4 officers have been injured in Samba operations.
This is yet another coordinated terrorist attack by Pakistan, and that coincides with Sartaj Aziz coming for the Heart of Asia conference. Now, the fact of the matter is there were so many people who were speculating that today is the day that Raheel Sharif hangs up his uniform. Is this his farewell message? Then it's a very wimpish message, because these terrorists have been neutralized. I understand 3 of them have been killed. They have managed to inflict some casualties in the firefight, but our brave hearts have gotten the better of them. They will. There is no doubt on that score that any terrorists who come in will die. But the fact of the matter is that Pakistan should now understand that it will not be one-way traffic along the LC anymore. The surgical strike was a clear warning signal that should Pakistan try and shed Indian blood on Indian soil, there will be retaliation, either in the form of surgical strikes, either in the form of fire assaults. And if that doesn't, seem adequate, there could be air strikes, rocket strikes, missile strikes, and further up that chain escalation ladder. Pakistan must understand that India's patience is now over. We are not going to suffer the loss of Indian lives without retaliating.
The clinching evidence of the ongoing attempts to infiltrate by Pakistan. Samba area is close to the international border, is virtually just across the international border. Thermal image devices being used by us picked up some movement on the night of 28-29th. When challenged, few terrorists hold around a tube well, open fire. The BSF dealt with their fire. The fire is still on. Apparently, this is a failed attempt by Pakistan. Had they not been detected by the thermal images, something worse could have taken place.
Moving on to some piece of news that we've been tracking here on Magic Bricks. Now, in further development, the Kharghar police has deployed 2 search teams to track down the owner of Purva Play School and Creche, Priyanka Nikam. Now, the police took this step after the accused creche owner did not respond to Panvel court summons. Hence, the police posted a court notice at her residence instead. Now, the police say that the accused is now absconding. The incident came to light after a video of one of the maids working at the creche showed her kicking the 10-month-old infant, and an FIR was lodged against the creche owner and the maid. While the owner is now absconding, the maid is in police custody of the Kharghar police and their investigation is on. Moving on to a big story now. Big win for home buyers in Mumbai. The EOW arrests Jitendra Jain of Kamla Shri Builder and Kamla Landmark Constructions. Arrests were made in connection with Kamla's Santa Cruz project. The builder has been charged with cheating, forgery and criminal conspiracy. Here's a report by Disha Shah.
The magistrate court on Tuesday has directed the MD of Kamla Landmark Constructions, Jitendra Jain, to remain in the police custody for the next 7 days. Of course, this hearing comes right after the EOW, that's Economic Offences Wing, had arrested Jain on late Monday evening in a cheating case against one of his Santa Cruz projects where more than 300 buyers moved to High Court 2 weeks ago. So, of course, this is one of the project that has been clean that is being heard by the High Court at this point in time, but there are several other projects where home buyers are stuck, and where home buyers they told us that they demand justice and speedy investigation as it happened in this particular case. Of course, on Monday the High Court had also directed the 5 directors of the Kamla Landmark Constructions to deposit their passports in the High Court, and had ordered them not to leave the country without any prior permission. So of course today, on Tuesday, the magistrate court had ordered that Jain should be remain in the police custody until further investigations. Lastly, when we spoke to the home buyers of different Kamla landmark projects, what they told us is that this, of course, is a very good step and a good beginning by the EOW, because this is the first arrest made by the EOW so far with regards to this case. And of course, they said that this is a need of an hour, but at the end of the day, they say that there are 11 more FIRs registered against him, so that also should be taken up as soon as possible. This is Nisha Shah reporting here for Magic Bricks Now.
And you tune in to the big story at 7 p.m. on Magic Bricks Now as we get you more details on that story. Moving on to Bengaluru now. Bengaluru's toxic lakes are all set to get a new lease of life after our channel reported about the pathetic condition of Belandur, Kalkere and Maragondanahalli lakes. Mayor G. Padmavati inspected a few lakes and ordered the lake engineers to develop all the lakes that come under the BBMP jurisdiction. Shrija caught up with Bengaluru Mayor. Listen in.
What are the steps that you're taking to prevent sewage lines?
ನಾವು ಅಗರ ಕೆರೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ವಿ. BDN ಇಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಏಪ್ರಿಲಲ್ಲಿ ತಾರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಓವರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಬಟ್ ಅವ್ರ ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸು ಮತ್ತು ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಫ್ಲೋರ್ಸ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್ ಇದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಫ್ಲೋರಟಾ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಿಡಬ್ಲಿಸಿದ್ವಿ. ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಈ ಸ್ಯಾನಿಟರಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಸೀವೇಜ್ ವಾಟರ್ನ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಗರ ಕೆರೆಗೆ ಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಆಗ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸರ್ನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರು ಮತ್ತು ಚೀಫ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರು ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಚೀಫ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣಪ್ಪ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತನಾಡಿ, ನೀವು ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಟುಗೆದರು ಅಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹತ್ರ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ಬಟ್ ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ಸೀವೇಜ್ ವಾಟರ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಕೆರೆಗೆ ಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಡೈವರ್ಷನ್ ಲೈನ್ ಹಾಕಲೇಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೀವು ತಂದಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಟೆಂಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಸೊ ಆಸ್ ಅರ್ಲಿ ಆಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಮಾತನ್ನು ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ವೇರಸ್ ಕಲ್ಕೆರೆ ಲೇಕಲ್ಲಿ ಡೈವರ್ಷನ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ, ವರ್ಕ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಡೈವರ್ಷನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಟರ್ ಸೀವೇಜ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
And that's a wrap on the news on Magic Bricks. Now stay with us as we get you more news and updates.
You can watch live TV on our website mpnow.in. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/magicbricksnow. And don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at Magic Bricks Now. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/magicbricksnow.